like you could drop a shit song and like maybe that shit song is like maybe you dropped it because of the climate. Like maybe you wanted it just to be a TikTok song. Like I'll give you an example. This was before TikTok, but like look at how influential X was as an artist, right? But his first song that really blew up was Look at Me. He was not just a Look at Me artist. Like you listen to Look at Me and then you listen to Changes and you're like, these are so far off. Like this is not even the same guy. But he knew what to do. He played the game like an algorithm when he could have just in today's time just been like, I'm gonna drop a perfect TikTok song and then I'm gonna get into my artistic shit. But also something you said about like when we're talking about the local level, right? I think like I understand what you're saying is I feel like people want to that local level. And I think maybe this is just a Vegas thing, but you could also see it with places, a lot of other places where there hasn't been massive people to come out in sports, in music. There hasn't been a lot of people to for how big of a city Las Vegas is really like it's not like huge like 40 million like California but like or LA, but it's like it's a pretty decent sized city and like it's specifically known as like Las Vegas, but there hasn't been a lot of people to come out of here to be like the greatest athletes, to be like the greatest musicians. So I feel like a lot of people want to put on for Las Vegas. I think that's like their like whole motive is like, I want to put on for Vegas because nobody else really has, or the way that I want to do it. Like we know everybody knows Dizzy Wright, but it's like, there's other people. I mean, Baby Keem, I think is from Vegas too.
Oh yeah.
But it's like very few people. And like same thing like baseball players. I know some baseball players who are from Vegas, like Bryce Harper, right? But there's very few people who really put on for Vegas. So I feel like the local level, the reason people want to do it so bad is because they want to put on. And you could probably see this in like other places, like cities in Texas or cities in Florida where like people have been like not put on so far, like big cities, but like a lot of people haven't come out. I feel like that's a lot about the local scene and why people want to be like, oh, I want to do local shows because I want to put on for Vegas.
Well, you can still rep Vegas and you can still rep your hometown, but not have to put every ounce of your blood and sweat and tears into becoming a only Vegas artist, because you're cutting yourself off from all these other eyes and all these other viewers and potential fans by just putting all your time into one city. And so even Russ blew up, and he had he's an anomaly because he was able to produce, write, mix, master, video, fucking record his own shit, edit his videos, promote them. He did everything. And he did that he put a song out every 2 weeks or whatever, blew up. But he said, fuck a hometown hero. He was like, honestly, fuck a hometown hero. I got popping on the internet. There's millions and millions, billions of people on the internet. And there's only so many that are accessible within like your hometown. So I get it. Like, the live factor of like being there in person and seeing them is nice, but it's like, bro, if you can pretty much see people like on your phone doing exactly the same thing that they would be doing in person. So
the digital age, like we said, has really changed everything, right? But also I feel like to go back to something I said earlier, I feel like the most of your haters are going to come from the local scene. Like it's like you probably have.
So why stay in the local scene? If most of your haters are going to be there, it's like, fuck that. I don't want to fucking put all my time into these people that hate me. Like,
It really is crazy though. Like a lot of the time too, like what I've noticed, right? What I've really noticed is you don't realize, like people always say, the more haters you have, the bigger you are, right? And that's facts.
Very true. Facts.
But when you're like starting to grow, you're definitely going to have more haters because people are going to talk mad shit. But you're going to have these people once you start receiving, like what I've noticed is because like I grind at whatever the fuck I do. I really try my fucking best. Like that's something I pride myself in, regardless of if I am the best or regardless if I'm ever going to be the best at anything. I work my fucking ass off to be the best. And so like this year I got second team all conference in football. That was dope. Worked my ass off for it. And like, you'll never be able to show how hard you work, or like I work my ass off podcasting. I work my ass off to try to go to law school. Like I work my ass off in everything I do. And you're never really going to be able to see the fucking work that anybody puts in. But what you will see is as people start recognizing how hard you fucking work and like starting to improve and starting to get better and starting to have more people having eyes on you, you're going to have people who you knew who would talk shit about you and who probably are talking shit about you coming up to you or DMing you, asking for like a handout. Let me get on your podcast, bro. Or for you, like, let me get on a song, bro. Or like, kind of be like, I love what you're doing, bro. This is so dope. But we'll really turn around and like talk mad shit. And it's like, all I can say to that is like, that's just a natural part of life, bro. Most people don't got it in them. So when they see other people like really trying, they
They want
resent it.
to suck that energy. They're
Suck
like,
it out. Yeah.
bro, so fucking toxic. Yeah, or the same thing like when I'm going ham in the gym and I'm like posting me in like the gym every day and stuff. Then everyone's like, yo, like we need to hit the gym. And I'm like, fuck you. Like
Yeah.
I woke my ass out of bed this morning and I fucking got the gym and like I did that on my own. Like I don't want to have to rely on somebody else to wait on for their time. And if they're gonna, I do like going to the gym with people, but it's like now I have like 6 people trying to hit the gym with me, and I'm like, yo, like I can't bring 6 people to the fucking gym. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, bro, people definitely start taking notice and shit when the ball starts rolling, for sure. Like my old roommate who lived here, he actually got signed to Marshmallow, and it was funny because he the hardest worker I've ever met, literally, hands down. Like that's what I learned, like work ethic from this motherfucker. And he would sit in his room and produce for 16 hours a day. This is right when COVID hit, so he had like he was chilling like with unemployment and like he had some time to like before work started again to like just really focus music. And so he went in 16 hours a day, made loops, beats. He did everything he possibly could, like in his power, and like ran as many sessions. Like he was like studying like engineering, like mixing things. He was like trying different instruments out. Bro, I like this kid literally in like 7 months got signed by Marshmallow, and it was wild, and I witnessed it. And yeah, his back was like destroyed from sitting in a chair for 16 hours every single day. But it's like, bro, then the second he blew up, all these people and that would write him off in Vegas. And he said he was always trying to reach out to different producers, artists, and like roll through and like kick it and this and that. And they would always never like they'd be like, oh yeah, maybe, like. But the second he blew up, every single one of them motherfuckers came back, was like, yo, dude, like, how's it going, man? Like, you want to like get, and he was like, oh, you're the guy that whatever the fuck, like unfollow. Like, and he would just like went through like a whole list of people that he just like unfollowed, and he was like, nah, I don't need to see you in my life ever again. Like, so
Yeah.
I mean, bro, yeah, the haters will flip at some point, but yeah, you gotta have the haters, man.